Hello, everyone, and welcome to twitch.tv/the Onyx Path. I am Travis Legge. My pronouns are he and they, and I will be your game master for the evening. Before we dive too far into the joyous and wonderful events that are awaiting our players here in Fenrilik, I do have a few bills to pay, as it were, a few things I need to share with you. First and foremost, the Sidereals Kickstarter is currently active. Bringing the Sidereal Exalted to 3rd edition. If you want to head over there and check that out, that's ongoing. I think we've got about 2 weeks or so left on it. It funded in something like 9 minutes. And they're well into stretch goals right now. So it's a great time to hop on because not only can you get early access to the manuscript, there's a whole bunch of stretch goals that have already been unlocked and even more cool stuff to come. So please go check that out. I also want to remind you that it is the 10th anniversary of Onyx Path Publishing. And each month we have been spotlighting a different Onyx Path game. This month's spotlight is on the Trinity Continuum. The first half of the month is dedicated to 2nd edition, the current edition of Trinity Continuum. So the majority of those PDFs are currently 90% off over at DriveThruRPG. You can get the entire Trinity Continuum for less than, I think it's like less than $12. So head over there and check that out if you haven't tried out Trinity Continuum Core, or you haven't looked into Aeon, which is the sci-fi future space opera kind of setting. Aberrant is the superhero setting. I'll be back here tomorrow running an Aberrant game in case you want to check that out. There's Assassins, which is sort of a modern day, Wanted / John Wick type thing. And yeah, lots of cool stuff, lots of supplements for those books available on offer, 90% off over at DriveThruRPG. I also want to just draw your attention to Frostlands of Fenrilik, the Scarred Lands book, from where we are drawing our campaign right now. This covers the northern icy continent of Fenrilik, and it's a lot of fun. It's a whole new continent in addition to what's offered in the Scarred Lands Player's Guide, which is set primarily on Gelsped. Frostlands Fenrilik has a built-in adventure, new playable species, lots of guidelines for building your own materials, both as a GM or if you want to put them up on the Silesian Vault for sale for yourself. And it features the beautiful, incredible art of Mike and Milena. So definitely go pick that up. Link is in the chat. The bills are paid. So let's dive into the story. When last we met, the party was making their way north from a cave, heading northwest toward Kovo Kimru. On the way there, they were seeking out wallahogs so that they might be able to make some clothing to help shelter them from the horrible winter cold of Fenrilik. And while they did come across a herd of wallahog, they also came across the Flamebearer tribe who owned that herd. And due to a miscommunication, the tribe communicated that Alan should drop her weapons, and she decided to communicate back with her weapons. She decided to drop them arrows first. So
exploding arrows.
You're saying it like it's my fault?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. And so that led to a altercation in which the all but one of the flame bearers were killed. The wallahogs were also killed, and you were able to sort of raid what was left of the camp and collect those hides. Nolo had then created a sanctum for which you may rest in, which you've all moved into now with the hides and the spoils. So what would you all like to be doing with this overnight that you have in the sanctum, in a nice warm sanctum?
I'm gonna ritual cast Unfamiliar and have a little snow owl just so we can have like some scouts later.
Okay.
Well,
all right. You will have a snowy owl, little bitty owl. Anything else anyone else would like to do?
Do we all have winter gear now, or do I need to make more?
You'll have enough time during your downtime to make some winter gear. Let's try this instead.
Damn it.
Did we just lose a mic?
No, my camera, I hit the wrong button and my camera turned off and I didn't mean to, so I'm sorry if that messed up the layout.
No,
It's
it blippity. It was fine.
it's all good.
I just try not to
Um,
turn it off because I know it moves us sometimes.
All right, so you have a lovely little owl there. Anyone else ritual casting anything or doing any sort of downtime activities while you're chilling in this sanctum?
Catherine's good.
I can
All
help.
right.
I'll help Charlong make stuff.
All right, excellent. You're sort of crafting into the evening. You do have the servants that come along with that as well, yes?
Yes. I believe so. Let me make sure. I'm not sure if that's another spell or if it's
Actually-
private.
Out of curiosity, does Alan have the stuff to make a weapon?
Hmm?
Do you have the stuff
Yes,
with you to make a weapon?
Yes.
It might be beneficial to I will point out the fact that Lulu really could use her own axe.
Could I have my own axe, Alan?
I guess.
I will also assist Alan. I will do double work.
It does not come with the servants. That is another spell, I think. This one it's just like warded to all hell, so nothing can come in or out unless I want it to.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Having said that, are you going to start working on forging an axe then?
Yeah. What do I have to roll?
So that's going to be a strength roll with your proficiency bonus.
Yikes. 7.
All right. You're having the hardest time working the metal. Getting it warm enough in the sanctum isn't a problem, but you're out of focus. You're not your head's not in the game at the moment. Something is
That
off.
makes sense, actually.
Wildly.
Seeing
there anything
Alan
that I
struggle
can-
with that, I'm gonna use Chrono Shift so she can roll that again.
All right, go for it. Roll again.
Is there any way for me to give her advantage or help her in anything?
All right, that was better. That was
are-
a 20.
Are you proficient with blacksmith tools?
Let
You
me
got it.
go take a look. That would be in description?
On the
Probably,
left side,
yeah.
proficiencies in languages, tools on like D&D Beyond.
Nope. I am good at vehicles.
Excellent. So no, you cannot help. Best you can hope for is to not be in the way a whole lot.
So I rolled a 20 that time.
Oh yay!
Time has
You-
changed.
Yeah. You gain some clarity as you're working this metal, rerouting the way as time reflows. You also your thoughts sort of reflow, and you start to realize that you have cut yourself off from the support of your friends and your loved ones because of the pain and anger you're coping with the loss of Haiku. Well, this may be something you were aware of previously. It's at the forefront of your mind as you're finishing the beginnings of the pour for the axe's head. You will require at least one more day to sharpen the axe and then another day to affix a handle to it.
Okay, so what materials am I using so I can take them off my inventory?
You tell me, what are you making that axe out of?
I still have a horn saw. That could be fun. And I still have adamantine.
Ah,
I mean, if you want to make it out of adamantine, that's really handy for getting through like damage resistances and things like that.
Okay, would 25 pounds of adamantine do the trick?
Yeah, you can make an axe head with probably 10 pounds of adamantine.
Okay, so I'll say I have now 15 pounds of adamantine.
I'm excited for this axe. I'm gonna beat some people with it.
Excellent.
Any other activities anyone would care to engage in?
Just study. After I change that moment, I just start studying.
Excellent. Are you sleeping in shifts? Or are you all going to try to sleep at the same time? Lulu,
I'm
you
in
try
dead
to
sleep.
Yeah, you don't need to.
I'll stay awake so other people can sleep.
Okay.
It is warded, so like we're safe in here until it's gone, which lasts 24 hours.
So you fall asleep one by one. Charlone, where are your thoughts as you drift off into unconsciousness?
Probably dreaming about tattoo designs for a crafting assistance tattoo. Like basically something to give people advantage on crafting checks.
Ooh, that'd be so cool.
Okay. You start dreaming about the patterns, about walking through the plains of lead and looking up and seeing the constellations above. And in those constellations, you start to see some patterns that you can feel kind of in your soul are sacred remnants of orc culture from before the Divine War. And you realize you're staring at stars that are no longer there, may have never been there. But in those stars, you begin to see some patterns. You feel that if you can make sure you copy those patterns down as soon as you wake up, you may be able to devise a magecraft tattoo. Where are Charlie's thoughts as she drifts to sleep?
I honestly don't know. I was trying to think about that, but I don't. I mean, Charlie doesn't really give a crap about anything.
All right, as you drift off to sleep, you find yourself back in Shelzar, playing to a packed house. There's hundreds of folks engaged, partying, bags of gold falling at your feet, crowds chanting and praising your name as the greatest storyteller ever to set foot in Shelzar. Where are Nolo's thoughts as he drifts off to sleep?
I obviously like clocked in on Alan's clouded mind a minute ago, and I think I know that feeling all too well, dealing with my own loss. So I think he is reminiscing and also trying to find an appropriate way to address it to Olland that isn't disrespectful, because he knows how fresh that wound is when you just lose somebody, and he doesn't want to be the new guy who's, you know, pressing everybody about their backstory, you know, right away and unloading trauma on them, you know. So
As you're thinking back and reliving the moment of your crash, you are on the boat, the water moving along somewhat peacefully. And then there's suddenly, almost out of nowhere, like this burst of force that pushes you toward the shore. You hear the splintering of wood as your vision goes dark for a moment, and you wake laying on the side of the shore on the rocks with your newly summoned familiar standing on your chest. I tried to tell him he should not come in, but I must not disobey, for he is the king.
who is the king?
Otilios.
Again, what was that? What was the name?
Otilios. And I need you to make either Arcana or Religion check, please.
Arcana or religion? Let's see which one's better. Arcana. Okay. 18.
You recognize that name. The King of the Owls.
Convenient.
According to legend, he fought alongside the gods when Mormo descended into the Hornsaw Forest, the then Broadreach Forest, and he and his people were ripped to shreds. But the god of dreams, Irius, took pity on him and crafted him a new body out of dream stuff. Tennille gathered the feathers from his fallen companions and placed them into his wings. From those, the new species of giant owls were born. And it is through that magical union that Otilios is able to move back and forth between the land of dreams and the land of reality. You also are aware with that role that Otilios acts as a herald of Arius.
I will go to the owl. Is he here?
Yes, but not here with us.
Oh, with
He
them.
seeks counsel with your friend.
Which one?
Ithrin, what are you thinking about as you drift off to sleep?
Ithrin is wondering why the Snow Queen chose her. And just sort of full of self-doubt and anxiety that she is not up to finishing the tasks before her.
As you're drifting off and you start thinking about this anxiousness, you find yourself back on Gelspet. Not in Shelzar, but far enough out in the desert, you can see the walls of Shelzar. And you feel a weight in your satchel. Something heavy.
Look in the satchel.
You see 4 orbs, almost egg-shaped, blue and white, in like snowflake patterns. These orbs.
Do I have any idea what the orbs might do? Because I'll pick one up and like hold it and examine it.
You have the feeling that this is one of the winter bloom seeds.
Okay. Remind me, was there something I was supposed to do with the winter bloom seeds? Plant them.
Phantom.
I'll start digging a hole.
You begin digging in the sand. It's very easy. Sand moves quick, and before long, you have a place deep enough to plant that seed.
Okay. It gets planted.
You set the seed
Probably-
down. Go ahead.
Conjure up a little snow or ice so it gets watered.
Excellent. You set the seed down and cover it with dirt. You conjure the ice, and it's below it, and it melts almost immediately in the heat of the desert. And as soon as you pack the dirt over it, you feel a chill pass over you. As you look up, I'm sorry?
Cold or dread?
Like cold.
Okay.
As you look up and see icicles forming on the walls of Shelzar. Off in the distance, you see a tribe of Ironbred, perhaps, Sutak, perhaps. You don't know. They're too far away. But you see them effectively get wiped out by at first what you think is a snowstorm or a sandstorm, but you quickly realize that's not sand, that's snow, as a blizzard begins pouring down around you. And you hear the heavy flapping of wings.
Oh no. I'm afraid to look for the source of the wings, but I do anyway.
You look up as a giant owl that grasps a 2-meter long scepter in its talons, flies up just before you and says, "Pay heed to me, druid, priestess, for I am the king of owls, sent by the king of dreams."
Pleased to meet you, King of Owls.
I come bearing a warning.
I'm listening.
The gods each have their own agenda, their own goals, their own dreams.
Mm-hmm.
They survive only in harmony, only so long as their truce remains intact. Be careful the fruit you plant does not shatter that. And
Pardon me?
bless you.
Thank you. Do you have any advice on how I might do that?
It is not my place to give you advice. It is my place to pass along the message.
Okay. Thank you for the message.
Perhaps you should seek counsel outside your limited experience.
Okay. Thank you. I will take this warning seriously.
I am pleased. The owl flies away as the ground hardens and starts to crack at your feet. It begins shaking, and you hear a scream, crying out in pain, a woman's voice coming from the earth itself.
I start running towards the voice.
I'll get back to you.
Okay.
Alan, what's on your mind while you're drifting off to sleep?
I thought that I would be thinking about like loss and being alone and how everyone I care about dies. So probably I'm dreaming about something like being trapped in a room, like alone.
All right. You're trapped in a very, very small cell. Rather than doors of iron, it's one, or rather than bars of iron, it's one solid iron door that doesn't appear to have a handle or even a viewport or a place to slide you food. As you bash against the walls, you hear the faint flapping of wings outside.
I look for like a window or anything to see if I can see what's out there.
There's no way to see, but you hear a voice faintly calling at you through the doorway. Holland?
Who's there? I put my ear up to the door.
I don't have a name. I just have a reminder. You're never alone. Even those of us who've left you are with you in your heart.
I'm probably like crying in my sleep.
Excellent. Nolo, you wake up. And you can clearly tell, you can hear whimpering coming from a couple of your associates while, I guess, what would Lulu be doing while everyone is sleeping somewhat fitfully?
Just kind of keeping an eye out and getting excited for her new axe. And I don't know. Probably trying not to relive the trauma of where you guys found me.
That's fair. And you notice, like, you see Charlie like strumming in her sleep a little bit, and you can see almost like Ithrin's almost like shivering a little bit and like shaking, and Alan just starts openly weeping in her sleep as Nolo wakes up.
Oh, that's weird. Is everything okay, Nolo?
Something's not supposed to be here. I would like to use telepathic bond on Holland.
Okay.
That would.
Yeah. Is that something that Alan might resist?
It says 8 willing creatures. It doesn't say anything about unwilling, though.
Oh, then yeah, there's no way in without Alan being willing. Are you willing to allow someone to enter your mind, Alan?
For story's sake, yes.
Excellent. You enter in and you see this vision of Alan crying against the door, and you can hear a childlike voice coming through the door. Those you've left behind are carried with you. Even those that never were but could have been.
Can I walk around outside of this like vision or this like game she's having?
You try to move through the door. Are you making your presence known to Alland?
No.
Okay. As you try to shift your perceptions through the door, you find yourself standing in the middle of empty tundra, and it's empty tundra as far as you can see in every direction. And a giant owl bursts up from the snow. Says, "You would dare interfere in the dreams of another."
I suppose so. But only to seek you. And I don't mean to be rude. I say lying. But you're not really welcome here. So I'd appreciate if you would leave.
I go, and a giant owl appears inside the sanctum, where my God tells me. He says out loud, loud enough to wake everyone that's sleeping up.
No, yeah, I gathered. I'm just saying I don't want you here.
He flies over. And I don't want an apocalypse.
I think anybody does.
If everybody woke up at the same time, Lulu would jump up and like be ready for something because she's gonna be like, "What did everybody else see that I missed again?"
I mean, you see this-
kind of grumbles in Orcish over in the corner. Do we have to stop another apocalypse? Come on.
I think we have to not cause it. And Ithrin will. Yeah, so I had a weird dream, really big owl.
You look up and that really big owl is floating overhead right now.
Oh. That owl.
Guys, are we friends with this?
He was nice to me in the dream, but
However,
really,
he's not allowed in the sanctum. I don't know how he's even here.
And yet in the sanctum I am, so perhaps you do not dictate the will of the gods. And it would do you well to remember it.
do you have history with this owl?
No, not
Because I
this one.
gotta admit, as a Slytherin, that he kind of does make me nervous.
I have not tasted the flesh of your kind since the Divine War.
But you have.
That's reassuring. Anyway, I had a dream that I planted one of the winter seeds. And then there was like kind of like an apocalypse winter.
So we shouldn't plant the seeds?
Well, here's the thing, is that the Snow Queen says that the seeds are sort of necessary to restore seasonal balance. And I don't think she's wrong. I think, however, that Shelzar is just not prepared for winter because they haven't had to be. So what I'm saying is we've got to go warn them before we plant the seeds that winter is coming.
Getting some Game of Thrones vibes here.
It would do you well to heed the wisdom that Arius has seen fit to bestow upon you.
Would I recognize that name?
Go ahead and make a religion check.
Okay, bye, cat. $11. Why is my religion so bad? Oh, because I have no intelligence.
Demigod, pretty sure dreams. Not sure of their parentage or anything like that.
Okay. Well, then that would comport with what he said, is that he was picked and sent by the King of Dreams.
Says, I will take my leave of you in the hopes that you gain the wisdom to prevent a frozen death for Skarn, in the hopes that you gain some manners, says to Nolo. And he flaps his wings and disappears.
To be fair, I did ask him politely to leave, so I don't know where this manners comes from.
Bless you.
Nice.
Have gods contacting me before I started hanging out with you
Dude.
folks.
Well, see, I've been thinking about this, Charlie. My theory is that once we kind of got involved in one of them, they stuck like a kick me sign on our backs. And now we're just like, every god knows we're going to try to do something to stop an apocalypse, so they just keep throwing them at us.
No, they didn't put kick me, it's sucker. We're a bunch of suckers.
It is what the gods tend to do. Yeah. One of the many things. It's not the best about them.
To be clear as well, Nolo, you are still connected to Alan's mind.
Oh, once that like came out, I got rid of that.
Okay.
I just wanted to talk to the owl guy.
Excellent.
Yeah, it was definitely not to be,
So-
invasive. Wanted to find out where this guy was at.
We're not going to be able to trust our dreams now, right? That's what... Damn it. That was a good design, too.
Designed for what?
I was thinking about a way to tattoo one of the spells I know to help with. It really, as far as I know, it would help with any artisan's tools.
That sounds awesome. If you want, I'll try to help you figure it out.
Works for me.
By this stage of the morning, you're all pretty well rested. You have the mechanical benefits of a long rest, even if you're not completely rested up. Would you like to resume travel, or do you want to spend some more time hanging out in the nice warm sanctum?
Does the Sanctum have windows?
It can.
We should probably make sure that the one that got away didn't bring a whole army back when we walk out of here.
I'll like wave a hand and like a window will appear that, is like one way, so only we can see out of it.
No, just a bunch of, the remnants of a rampage on a defenseless village. That's all you see.
Defenseless. They were defended. They were very well defended.
While we're
No,
in here, can I cast Commune with Nature and then get an idea of the terrain, any celestials, fae, fiends, or undead influence from other planes, buildings, animal, and people nearby?
Yes, though if you cast that right now, that will be effectively inside of the demi-plane that you're in.
Well, I'll get it ready. I'll get it ready and then cast it when we're out.
Okay. So you're stepping outside then and casting Commune with Nature?
Well, I'll wait till just before we leave, so it's more of like an accurate assessment of when we're ready to go. But yeah.
Sure. What are the creature types?
Celestials, fae, fiends, elementals, or undead, and then plants, minerals, animals, and people, and bodies of water, in case that glacier is coming back, I suppose.
I mean, you're standing on permafrost, so
Oh, okay.
there's water everywhere.
Okay.
About to drop the drink. However, you don't find any fiends, celestials, fae, undead besides yourself.
Okay.
In the immediate vicinity.
All right. I'll tell everybody it seems like it should be safe for at least, I guess this goes 3 miles.
Got a long
And I'll
journey.
And I'll always send the owl like way ahead of us to see if anything's like up, and then like to give us like a signal if they like see anything that we should be aware of.
Right. Do you have any means of communicating with your owl over long distances?
Let me see. I think with familiar.
You get
So
a telepathic bond up to.
yeah.
Yeah, I just don't know what the distance is on the bond.
Oh, so it's got to be within 100 feet of me, I guess. So it'd be 100, just outside of the 100 feet. We can have a telepathic bond.
All right, 100 feet straight up on a tundra, it will give you some extra, quite a bit of extra sight. Is there anything else that any of you want to do before you leave the sanctum for the night or for the day?
As mentioned before, I am permanently casting mage armor on myself whenever it goes away.
And you now have enough warm clothing for everyone to cover themselves in wallahog hides or shimmer snake skins.
Does anyone have like camping tools, cook's tools in their tools list?
I think I do. Let me look.
Because we might want to preserve some of that meat too. Otherwise, we're just gonna leave a giant pile of dead shit.
I have a bag of holding.
Yeah, if you want to throw that meat in the bag of holding, it should stay relatively fresh.
Well,
For a
that's
time.
convenient. I need to get me one of those.
They're real great.
How much did it run
Alright.
you? No, you don't have to answer it off the top of your head.
All right, to that end, you take off traveling. As you get probably about 4 hours of travel in, you come to your familiar lets you know, first off, there's a very large skeleton sticking out of the ice just before you start entering into some rocky terrain that appears to have some evergreen trees on it.
Can I see through the owl's eyes to see if it's like a moving skeleton or if it's just like something buried in the snow?
Yeah, you can look through. It definitely looks buried in the snow. Why don't you go ahead and give me a perception check?
Perception. There it is. Not very good, so I don't see nothing. Four. Oh, actually, I can see the owl's eyes actually, so it's a different stat.
So it'd be off the owl's perception. But what did you roll?
I roll. Oh, where'd he go? I rolled a 3.
Okay. All you really managed to.
And on perception because the owl.
You went super robotic on me for a second. What was it?
I got advantage on perception because of the owl.
Oh, then roll again.
Nice. So it's going to be a 16 plus 3, so 19.
All right. So this skeleton is far larger than any giant or humanoid that you've ever encountered, but it does appear to have humanoid arrangement of bones. More disturbingly, perhaps, are the several piles of humanoid bone that seem to be arranged in the vicinity of the skeleton. The skeleton is about 3/4 of the way frozen into the ground.
I will go back to my own vision and let the group know. It's a really big skeleton and a bunch of other bodies up ahead.
You also do notice some movement up in the rocks, something big moving up in the rocks, but you can't quite make out what.
Like giant skeleton or like
Something's moving. Yeah, really big skeleton. And something's moving in the rocks.
as you sort of crest the slight hill, you can all see from where you're at this rib cage that sticks up probably 40, 50 feet to where it angles inward.
Well, that's super creepy.
That's not great.
Which direction? We just need to go. Are we just heading like northwest across?
Yes.
Like, right straight across this giant skeleton.
Yes.
I'm getting major detour vibes. I don't know about anyone else. Like, I'm willing to walk around this one. If we can. Knowing our luck, it's gonna attack us anyway.
Why don't each of you give me your preference of history, religion, or arcana check?
Everybody.
Yeah, everyone.
History.
15.
They're all bad, so let's just pick one. I got a nat 20. I got a nat 20, which results in a
15.
19.
I'm gonna just go ahead and use my inspiration.
I got a nat 1. I know shit.
Oh, and I got a nat 20. How funny is that?
Yay! We get extra bonus points for 2 nat 20.
History, what or what?
Arcana,
Yeah, history,
Or-
arcana, or religion.
religion.
Okay, that makes it 27. If that matters.
Okay. Sure, absolutely. Those of you who got natural 20s are aware of the rumor that the Titan Gulabin was the last Titan to be defeated. Supposedly, they were ripped to shreds and their body deposited in the four corners of the world. Judging by the size of this skeleton, it's not inconceivable that this is a Titan skeleton. According to the rumor, according to the legend, they were placed inside of an iron box that was forged by Chardoon, which would make it effectively impenetrable. And yet there is a titanic skeleton in front of you.
We should go check that out.
Wouldn't mind getting a piece of that for some possible spell components. Could be valuable.
Also, just in case, I don't know if Sarah's sharing. Lulu is absolutely telling everybody everything that she knows because she never knows anything.
Yeah, I always just tell everybody what I know. Sorry, I was enthralled. The cat let me hold him like a baby, so I got distracted.
Are you planning to make your way to the skeleton then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Wonderful. As you move in, feel free to arrange yourselves in a marching order. Let me know where you're standing, what you're messing with.
I'm going first because
Put
I
me
have
somewhere
no
near the
idea
back,
what's
but I
going
have
on. I rolled a 1.
put me near the back, but I have a cat. I can't move me.
I got you in the back. All right.
I'll go right with Alan.
I can't actually even see that screen right now.
All right.
By the hand.
Excellent. As you approach the skeleton, you hear a booming voice in something of a chorus, as if 3 people are speaking in near perfect unison. As this voice shouts something at you in Titan speech. Anybody speak Titan speech?
Is there another name for Titan speech?
No.
Nope,
Nope.
I do not.
Nope. But then I grab my hammer.
If she
Excellent.
grabs her hammer, I grab my axe. 'Cause
As you
it
arm
never
up,
goes well.
you see two giants make their way to the edge of this ridge.
I can cast comprehend languages.
All right, you do so. They're shouting, "Get away from there!" The thing that strikes you out about these two giants, one of them is very clearly a frost giant. The second looks like a frost giant, but has 3 heads. And with that, I think we'll get this party started. As they're shouting at you to get away from there.
We never get away.
Oh,
You're not my supervisor.
We roll initiative.
I really hope
I have advantage on initiative rolls, which we learned last week.
Make sure you use it.
18. Yeah.
16.
Got a 14.
Well, 15.
Oh, we took a long rest, didn't we?
Yes. I forgot
Yeah.
to press as well.
I forget. Yeah.
And what did Ithrin have?
14.
14? Charlie?
21.
Charlone.
12.
Excellent.
Not 4 this time. Secretly,
right.
Charlong is like,
Okay.
today's the day
Oh,
I find a belt of giant strength. I'm all for it.
Okay. Get up. There you go.
First action goes to Charlie. What would you like to do as you see these two giants?
Hold on, I'm trying to. This one monitor shit is for the birds.
It'll be resolved soon.
I know, but it's just very hard in the moment. Okay, they're a long way away. Okay, I thought they were a ways away, but I'm sorry, the cat distracted me. I'm a jerk.
You're fine.
All right, let's do. Sorry, the cat is noisy too. I'm gonna cast Intellect Fortress on me and where am I? Me, Ithrin, and is it Charlung back there? The 2 of us that are closest.
Yep.
Wait, it might be 4. Hold on. Yeah, it's 4. So also, I don't know, Lulu.
Okay. So you, those of you who have been targeted, so Lulu, Charlung, Ithrin, and Charlie all have
Resistance to psychic damage, an advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws.
that will come in handy.
Thank you.
Oh, so it's so good.
That's me and then everybody else I listed.
Excellent. Any bonus actions or movement?
I'm gonna throw a bardic inspiration at Alland because I couldn't fit Alland in the spell.
Thank
Excellent.
you.
That brings us to Lulu. What would you like to do?
So I'm assuming the giants are being aggressive at us.
They are. You see, each of them is like rounding up, like an ice-covered stone, like lifting an ice-covered stone off the ground.
So I will rage. And then I can't really see the squares through the skeleton. Can you tell me how how far it is over there?
They are from you 115 feet.
And so, let's see, how fast can I go?
If you, well, you raged as your bonus actions. You can't aggressive, but if you go full move, you can go twice your move.
All right. And that gets me relatively close, right?
What's your move?
My move, I think 35.
Okay, so that's 70 feet. So I can go ahead and move you real quick. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. That'll put you right around there.
I'll duck into that skeleton's mouth.
All right, so you use the skeleton's chin as cover.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna basically run out the other side next time.
Excellent.
It seems fun.
Beautiful. Lovely way to use the terrain. Alan, what would you like to do?
I am going to run next to Lulu. I don't know if I can make it to Lulu because they don't have rage or whatever.
What's your move?
It's, where does that say again?
Speed.
Huh?
Your speed
My speed.
should be like right on the front of your character sheet.
Like walking speed next to your health.
Yeah, I'm trying to look. 30 feet speed.
Yeah, so you can go 60. So not too far. You can also use the chin as cover. Nolo, what would you like to do?
I am going to slam my quarters, my staff into the ground, and the gem glows purple, and I cast Melfi's minute meteors at 4th level. So 8 meteors just like shoot out from the sky and float around my head.
Okay.
And send can I tell me I can do I'm gonna send 2 meteors at the giants at the
So
dex save.
One at each?
Yes. And that's gonna be a dex save.
All right. So they both failed their save, obviously.
Okay, so that's gonna be 9, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's gonna be 12 fire damage as they explode on them.
Excellent. They each take 12 fire. The frost giant that has one head is going to throw a rock at the nearest one of you, which is Lulu. They will have disadvantage on this.
No rocks. It's not how you make friends.
Does a 14 hit you?
Oh, I think that's exactly what it takes to hit me.
Take 32 bludgeoning.
I'll
Oh.
use shield ally as my reaction.
What's the range on shield ally?
Oh, never mind. That's 30 feet. Sorry.
You take 16 bludgeoning because you're raging.
Yeah.
But this rock like hits the jawbone, shatters, flinging snow and ice everywhere, and like a piece of the rock comes around the side of it and just cracks Lulu across the face.
I'm gonna act like it didn't hurt.
Ithrin, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I am casting 5th level Bless. So that gives me 6 targets. So on all of us, we are all blessed. So when you make an attack or saving throw, before the spell ends, its concentration up to a minute. Roll a d4 and add that to whatever you have also rolled.
What's the range on that?
Range 30 feet.
Okay, so you'll only be able to get you, Nolo, Charlung, and Charlie.
Okay.
Unless, yeah, because you are currently 55 feet from Holland.
Could I take no, because that brings me away from.
Right, from Charlie.
Okay. All right, in that case, then I will cast it at a lower level to save the spell slot. So I'll cast it at second so we can still get all of us. Or the four people. That is my turn.
Excellent. Charlung, what you got?
I will move up my standard move. So I guess let me click.
Remember, you can always use your arrow keys and count them out.
That was 6, so that's 30.
Glorious.
What is my distance now? All right, I'm going to take one more step left because I would have been able to do that at any point along the way there. And that will get
Sure.
both of those guys in range of a twinned immolate.
Okay. Immolate is resisted with what?
Dex save.
Okay. And what is the
8 DC 16 save?
and neither one of them makes the save.
Then they both take 37 fire damage.
Okay.
They will also burn for the duration, which is concentration up to a minute. They are emitting light for 30 feet, and on each of their, at the end of each of their turns, they repeat the saving throw or take an additional 46 per turn. While they can't, until they shake it.
Excellent. That brings us to the multi-headed frost giant, who's going to use a bonus action to rage.
Oh, I'm the only one who can rage.
They leap off of the edge.
Oh boy.
Which one is the one that? Oh, okay. Never mind. Answer my question.
What's your speed, buddy? Okay, excellent. They rip a fucking tree out of the ground and throw it at Charlung. This attack will have +4 because I don't have the rage broken out as a separate thing. They should not be a disadvantage either. So does a 22 hit you?
Yeah. There's no way that doesn't
Excellent. What?
hit. So there's no way that doesn't hit. Yeah.
All right, take 31 bludgeoning and make a concentration check, please.
Oh God.
What size are frost giants?
Huge.
I would like to point out that earlier, and I don't know if we were live or not, but our lovely DM said to us, "I don't try to kill you guys."
Right now, this frost giant's just trying to put himself out in the fastest way possible.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. You fail your concentration check. The immolate goes out. They stop burning. That brings us back to the top of the order, which I need to reset because there was a thing that was a problem. There we go. Charlie, what would you like to do?
I was wondering what was going on with the order there. I am going to move, and I looked at it and then lost my spot, so I'm gonna move.
Hi.
Yeah, I can do that. Okay. I'm going to move behind the here and crouch down so that I'm behind a thing. And then I'm gonna I'm gonna cast See Invisibility on myself and shoot a Bardic Inspiration at Charlung. I haven't given you a Bardic Inspiration, right?
Nope.
All right, then Charlung gets the Bardic. And that's my whole turn. I did all the things.
Charlong, you didn't roll your D4 for your bless.
Oh, in my saving throw?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's where I was like, where's the button for just a D4? So would a 15 have been concentration?
No, because you took more than you took. It would have been a 16 to break it. Right? No, it would have been 15 to break it. 15 to keep it. So yeah, no, the concentration's still up. Because you took 31 damage, right? It's either 10 or half of what you took. So concentration is still up.
Cool.
They are still on fire.
Sick.
I said ouch really loudly.
Is
when I
dealt
got
at
hit
the
by
end of
the
their
tree.
turn or the beginning of their turn?
At the end of each of their turns. So he
Okay,
gets
so go
another
ahead.
deck save, DC 16.
Okay.
And if he fails that, it's 4D 46, I believe.
It would be a 19. He does not have
All right,
disadvantage.
So he put himself out anyway.
Okay. But the other one did not. The other one's still on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. So Charlie, you've moved, you've cast See Invisibility, and you've given Bardic Inspiration to Charlon, correct? All right, sweet. So that brings us to Lulu. What you got?
I feel like this is going to be a bad choice, but we're going to make bad choices and we're going to go run up on the giant and hit him with my axe.
Excellent.
Not recklessly, because I don't need those kind of advantage problems today. 23 for a hit number 1.
That will hit.
A 14 for number 2.
Number 2 does not hit.
Can I use my inspiration there?
Yeah.
Or no? Okay, I will use my inspiration on that.
You have bless. Bless is not attack rolls though, right? Is it attack?
Yes, but Lulu is not in range for the bless.
Oh yeah, okay.
I got less, so I did not hit him with number 2. So I'll roll damage.
Yeah.
For the first one. That is a 12.
Is that axe magical?
Charlon.
Nope.
All right. They take 6. All right. Anything else, Lulu? You're like right up in its face now, right?
I suppose I am. I want to regret that later.
That brings us to our first frost giant buddy. So at the end of their turn, they save or take damage, correct?
Yes.
All right, so he's going to jump down. And he's going to just peel up like a snowball and whip it at probably Charlon, because Charlon's the easiest target right now.
Oh, they're both right there now?
Yeah. 20 hit.
Yeah.
All right, 14 bludgeoning as you're hit with the world's nastiest snowball.
Oh my gosh.
And give me a concentration check, please. You do not lose concentration. He will make a dex save. 18 save.
Yes.
All right, he goes out. Holland, it's your action. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna run up to the same giant Lulu's fighting,
All right.
and I'm going to hit it with my hammer.
All right. You can do so. Pop. Go ahead and make that attack check.
20 for the first one,
That'll hit.
and 14 for the second one.
Second one misses.
I'm gonna use my. No, I'm not gonna use my inspiration.
All right, go ahead and roll damage. And is your hammer magical?
No, just badass. 5 bludgeoning, and then let me see.
Yes.
That's it. I was trying to see if I could
Right.
use any of my maneuvers because I haven't used some of them, ever. And I was like, oh, which one of them would be cool now? But
All right, they take 3 as they are currently raging.
oh,
Nolo, what you got?
I am going to move into the jaw of that skeleton. And I'm going to cast Sapping Sting on the 3-headed one that's raging, right? That's the one that's raging.
That's correct. And what
All
does
right,
Sapping Sting do?
So it's a con save, and if they fail, they fall prone and take necrotic damage.
And what if they get a 27?
That's also a thing. Let me see something. But also, where is it at? Chrono shift, re-roll it again.
Okay. Oh, wait, that was the wrong one. That's the right one. 15?
15 does not save, so they fall prone,
All right.
and they are gonna take 4 necrotic damage.
All right.
And that is my cantrip, so that one is prone, so you got advantage on that one, guys. And I will toss 2 more of the meteors at both of them. There's another dex save, 16.
All right. They both fail.
All right. So that's gonna be, where's it at? It's gonna be 9 fire damage for both of them.
Excellent.
Load on impact.
All righty. Anything else?
No, it's my turn.
All right, Ithrin, what you got?
Alright, so I'm going to move 30 feet to be there. And then which one is prone?
The one
One
that
with multiple heads.
Alright,
one-
he's gonna get guiding bolted.
Excellent.
I'm gonna cast it at 5th level, so lots of damage. Oh, that's a 27 to hit.
That will absolutely hit. Go ahead and roll your
Awesome.
46.
8d6 because I'm casting at high level.
That's right.
Noise.
Yes.
He has
27
action.
again on damage.
right.
Wow.
The multi-headed giant explodes in a burst of light.
Dang,
Fuck
Ithrin.
yeah.
I'm so excited for that.
I'm helping.
You are.
Yeah, you are.
That is my turn.
Charlung, what you got?
Did Ithrin think about taking any cover?
Am
Or
I
is
not behind cover with the rib bones?
I mean, yeah, if you step up to the bone, you can be behind cover. Be a 5-foot step, basically, if you get behind cover.
Well, I
There we
was
go.
just curious because I was Sherlung is basically in I need to hide mode, but I could make one of the two of you invisible. If you have a preference of being visible or invisible. I feel like if Ithrin and I go invisible, Charlie can see us. So I think that's the choice I would make. So I'm gonna step up and twin greater invisibility on Ithrin and myself.
Okay.
And then I'm actually gonna finish just walking and hide over, like taking more cover from the ribs.
Excellent.
Making sure that Charlie saw where I was going.
Excellent. That brings us to the top of the order. Charlie, first off,
Word.
please give me a perception check.
It's never good. Nothing's ever good. I'm always being punished for something. 24, 22.
You,
That's good.
you can see those bits of the multi-headed giant that exploded melting into the ground.
Good.
Like the giant is melting, not the ground is absorbing it.
Like the ground is absorbing it.
Okay. And is it like this patch that we're standing on? Is this stone or is this a different kind of like snow?
So this is snow and ice
Okay.
that the giant skeleton's buried in.
Right. What's just next to it where they were?
Snow, ice, but there's more exposed dirt. So like this must have at one point been like a hole that filled with
Okay.
ice, perhaps.
So is this happening on the dirt area or is this happening specifically in the ice area? Or is it in both?
It seems to be happening in both, and it seems as though this matter, as it's melding, is like moving toward the skeleton.
Okay, I'm just gonna yell. I don't know what the fuck that is, but that's weird.
Excellent.
Because I like to do that stuff. And then I'm going to. Oh, I have the wrong tool on. I'm gonna move to here, like behind the jaw. And I am going to use my last bardic inspiration on Nolo. And I am going to cast Mass Healing Word at level 4. And this will hit everybody from here because it's 60 feet. And that's going to be... everybody gets 9.
Excellent. If you're damaged, you heal up to 9 points.
Thank you.
Yep. And that is my whole turn.
Lulu, what you got?
I'm gonna hit the other one with my axe. 'Cause I'm excited.
Wonderful.
24,
Yeah, that'll hit.
17.
All right. Please explain to me how this giant drops.
Oh, my first hit with my axe is like an uppercut, and then the next one is down and just drilling it into the ground, smashing its face in.
Excellent. You come up and uppercut it like through, like in the junk, basically, with an axe, and it doubles over, and you just split its wig right onto the icy patch. As the blood and brain sort of splatters out onto the icy patch, you see it all seeping into the ice. Those of you who are currently taking cover in the skeleton, start to see little veins of red move across the bones.
Oh no.
This looks really bad.
Travis,
So
don't
we should probably get out of here.
Can I cast? Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, can I cast Gentle Repose on the skeleton?
Sure.
It's protected from decay and can't become undead. If that matters.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, you cast Gentle Repose on it.
Ifrid will call out. I think the skeleton's waking up. We gotta go now.
Let's leave.
I'm gonna try to take a piece of the skeleton with us.
That's such a bad idea.
What are you trying to break off?
Well, I'm over there, so maybe like a little pinky.
Like a phalange.
So-
I just want one of the little phalanges, or a piece of it, I guess.
I believe.
It's big, like you get it, yes. You're like just a little phalange.
Yeah, there's a little tip of pinky sticking out. Go ahead and make a strength check. You have advantage because you're raging.
All right, strength check.
Get out of the mouth.
I don't think I've ever just rolled a strength. Here we go. Oh man, that was 2. But I'm gonna use one of my luckies.
You have advantage.
Oh yeah, that's true. Let's. Yeah, 20. Not natural.
All right, you snap the finger off, and you hear the ice sort of creak and crack. Anyone who's standing on the icy part, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Guys, I got it. I got the finger.
Am I standing in the ice? I'm on the ice.
Yes, you're standing close to it.
Glory.
And
All right.
What is it? Throw?
dex saves. You're looking for a DC 10 or better. It's not
Oh,
hard.
10.
I rolled a 9. Oh, but I blessed myself.
Yep, don't forget that D4.
Yay!
I
12.
have advantage on dexterity saves. I
Alright.
forgot why, but I do. Well, 7.
All right.
Well, again,
So,
I had a 14.
all right. So what was that, Mike?
That's a roll that again. Chronal shift. If you failed that.
How many
One
chronal
more.
shifts do you get a day?
2.
You've used 2.
I've used 1.
You used 1 on the saving throw, right?
I used 1 on the
Oh, the
giant.
You used 1 on the Giants saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't you use 1 on an attack roll earlier in this fight?
No, I
No, I
used
used chronal shift.
inspiration. That was
Okay.
me.
Yeah, I used chronal shift earlier.
That was before you rested, though.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Okay. All right.
So,
So you get another roll.
oh, yay.
You gotta use
19. Thank you.
All right. So nobody is knocked prone but Ithrin?
No, she got the bless.
So
All right, excellent. So no one falls prone. As the skull sort of turns just a little bit to face this direction and lets out a roar.
Oh,
It has
maybe.
lungs. You can't do that.
Do I want to
And-
put it back?
I need a saving throw from Nolo, Alland, and Lulu.
What kind of a saving throw?
I'm about to find out. Hold on.
oh knows.
I just thought that Nolan wanted some of the giants or some of the titans, so I wanted to give it to him.
You can't buy people's friendships, Lulu.
It went so well with the cookies, though.
This would be a Constitution save, and you are in luck. You do have advantage because of your cold weather gear.
Not 20.
Holla.
I got 25.
Damn. 10 on both of those. Can I use inspiration?
Sure.
Man, wow. So 10.
Okay. So you will take full of this. The rest will take half. cold damage.
Which is
34.
so we'll take half of 34.
Yep. So 17. As it blows out a cone of cold, and the bloody sort of lines that were starting to form on the skeleton all frost over. It appears to no longer be animate.
Cool. Maybe we should try to take another finger now that now that it's sleeping again.
We don't learn lessons. Woohoo! There's no amount of violence that can teach us.
Right, Travis?
Charlie, it occurs to you with this movement that this is likely not, in fact, Gulabin's remains. You believe that this may actually be the skeleton of a lesser titan of frost.
I'll let everybody know that.
Lesser. Oh gosh.
I wonder what we could sell that bone for.
I'm
I'm just
actually
gonna arcane recovery real quick, just so you guys know.
What?
I'm just gonna arcane recovery to get the
sorry.
spells back.
All right, Nolo
What's up,
arcane
Sean?
recovery, and I was saying that I was curious if I know anything about, because I know like a belt of giant strength has been something Charlung has been kind of keeping an eye out for a while. I'm wondering if I know of any like components from the giants we just killed that I could.
Possibly, but their bodies just got absorbed by this lesser titan.
They got shrunken headed. All right.
Yeah, their remains are effectively gone at this point. Charlie, you can put together that apparently killing anything near this thing risks helping it reconstitute.
All right, I'm gonna tell everybody that, and also suggest maybe we don't stay around here because I don't want to see that.
Yeah. Let's get.
Big skeleton is interesting as a skeleton, but not as a living thing.
I'm gonna keep the finger like a backpack. I'm gonna like stick it between my backpack and me and carry it with me.
I got your
Right.
fucking number.
Does one of you have some more healing spells? Please.
Oh yeah, I certainly do.
I got
Um,
hit really hard by that first tree. Just saying.
Yeah. How bad is really bad?
I'm like 30
Oh.
some hit points down.
Hold on 1 second. I dropped a die. Fucking jackass.
Somebody else got hit
so-
pretty bad too. Nolo took a pretty nasty hit from the cone cold, right? You're muted, sir.
I'm at 48 hit points too.
Yeah, I only have 16
Okay,
hit points
3.
left.
I'm
currently.
fine.
But my max is only
Okay, there's-
52, so
There's 21 for Charlung, and then did you need one too, Nolo?
Yeah, I could use them.
17 for Nolo.
Thank you.
Excellent. Is there anything else you would like to do before you leave this area?
wonder what trouble we're gonna get into carrying the finger bone of a frost titan.
Right.
Probably nothing we haven't seen before.
How
I'm
big
just
is that?
gonna say-
I'll be fine.
For the record, I am not above throwing anyone in front of the Scarred Lands version of a bus. So even if it's really a huge bus,
Look, it's way more dangerous to ask Alan to put down her weapon than for me to carry this Titan bone around.
I think
The Titan bone,
arguable.
the pinky tip is about 5 feet long and about 2 feet wide.
Oh, then yeah, I
I'm
can't.
excited. This is great. I have a lot of carrying capacity because of all of the feats that I have, so it'll be fine. I'm totally taking it.
All right.
Kind of want to
Shit.
make it into part of my weapon.
I was gonna say you could make it the hilt of your new weapon.
I
I
kind
was
of want
gonna
to.
say, if you give it to me, I can make it part of your weapon.
All right, you tell me when you're ready, and then I'll give it to you because I'm not going to make you carry it.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. So you continue your journey into the wooded patch. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whatever direction we need to go, we're going it.
Excellent.
As we're walking, I'm gonna go to Lulu and be like, when you're done with that, if I could have some anything that's left over, any dust or any like parts that you don't need, could be interesting.
I'll tell Alan. Make sure you give him all the pieces, scraps. Not the 5 foot 2 feet wide bits.
Sounds good.
Thank
What do
you.
I care? Yeah.
Wonderful. Why don't you go ahead and give me a D8 roll? Let's have Ithrin do this one as you start making your way into the wooded areas here.
D8 roll, you said?
Yes.
I rolled a 7.
Excellent. As you're moving along, a very cold wind blows through. As the winds pick up, I need you each to make a if you're not immune to cold damage, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
All of us?
Yeah, if you're not immune to cold. So everybody but Ithrin.
16.
All right.
With advantage, right? Because we have.
Because of the cold weather gear, yep.
God. Nope, not enough. 12.
26.
All right. Charlie?
I think I might want to
11.
use my lucky. Does a 12 do anything? Or
No, it is DC 15. You'll take 2 cold damage if you fail to save.
I will go ahead and use a lucky.
I do not have that, so I'm going to take my damage.
23. Oof.
All right. Charlie, you take 2 cold as this cold wind blows through, and it doesn't feel like it's going to let up anytime in the near future. You will need to make saving throws once per minute until you find shelter.
I can throw up the Sanctum again.
Or I can throw up a hut, either way.
Whatever you prefer. How long does the hut last?
8, I think. Yeah, it's 8 hours.
Mine lasts 24 hours if it matters. Get some rest and see if this lights up tomorrow.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, I'll throw up a Sanctum.
All right. You pop back into your Sanctum, not far from this Titan's remains.
Yeah, we're really not far enough.
What would you like to do once you're inside the Sanctum? How long does that take to cast?
It's 10 minutes.
Oh, I need more saving throws, please. Go ahead and give me, if you're susceptible to cold damage, give me 3 saving throws. I'm feeling particularly generous.
With
The
advantage.
DC 15?
Yep.
What con save?
Yes.
I'm resistant to cold.
Right. That's why you have advantage.
Okay.
Oh, I've already failed twice.
I failed 1.
I'll take
Oh,
2 of those. 2 of those failed. So I'll take 4 damage.
what was the DC?
15.
I failed all of them. I'm having a great day.
All right. So Charlung will take no damage.
What's the effect that's chilling us?
It's a wind.
Just the weather.
Yeah, it's just the weather. The weather in Fenrilik is shitty. For each failed saving throw, you take 3 hit points of cold damage. As this structure is going up. But eventually you get inside and start to warm.
These are like the worst rolls of my life. I didn't roll over an 8.
So you're quite chilly by the time you get inside the sanctum.
You are also owed some nice good rolls.
Yeah. Yeah.
Meanwhile, rolling with advantage, like I rolled all teens on all of the dice, all 6 of them, and wasted all the good rolls.
Yeah.
For something I would have taken 1 damage from.
As you are progressing, or as you're resting, you can make your progress check on that axe if you'd like. The strength roll, please. And add your proficiency bonus.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Ooh.
Finish the axe head and, in fact, are able to trim down the handle of the Titan's finger bone and shove it in there. You sure that's something you want to do?
Yes.
Excellent.
Sure. Oh no.
So
I'm
you
gonna-
Every
have
time she
Just to-
kills with that axe, the blood is going to get on the bone and is going to start bringing the Titan back to life.
This is
Yeah,
going to
just-
be awesome.
I'm going to start chewing broken glass because it seems like we're making a hobby of doing crazy, weird things.
Hey,
uh,
I got commissioned to do this, so I don't
Right.
ask questions.
Maybe you should start.
Asking
It's
questions
gonna
is
look
not
badass.
lucrative.
Also, can I use my jeweler's tools to kind of carve the axe head into something kind of pretty, like a
Oh,
filigree
yeah, you make it look dope.
sick. Sick.
Absolutely.
Can you imagine? Sick.
You should draw this.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna.
Yeah, we do need, brand new art for everybody. Just throwing that out there.
I want this axe so bad.
We do.
Give me just a second
Oh,
to look something up here.
Gigi. I have the best axe on the whole plane.
So you can add a great axe to your equipment. Make a note that the axe is adamantine, which means it will overcome a lot of damage resistances.
Spell adamantium.
Is it a double-headed X or just one-headed X that you wanted?
I was assuming it was a great axe.
A great axe has 2 heads.
Yes. And while you're holding that axe handle, you gain the effect of the rage boon.
Ooh.
Make a note of this. It's basically a custom magic item if you want to track it on your sheet that way. While you are raging, you can use a bonus action to activate a magical aura of rage. The aura lasts for as long as your rage does. While the aura lasts, creatures of your choice within 20 feet of you share the effects of your rage feature, as well as your reckless attack and frenzy features. Once the aura ends, you must finish a long rest before activating it again.
That's sick.
That's
All right.
awesome. Alan,
Metal.
we are gonna rock this so much.
If your barbarian level is 11th or higher, you regain the ability to use this aura after you finish a short or long rest.
Well, that means next time we level up.
Did Alan give me the scraps?
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
the scraps of those bones.
Can I cast Identify on them?
Absolutely.
I do.
You identify them. They are the bones of a lesser titan. The name escapes you. Lost to history, perhaps. Perhaps they were never named. But this titan represents the actual formation of frost and ice itself. The very essence of what is freezing is what this lesser titan represented.
Mm. I like the sound of that. Okay, I'll put that in bag of holding. Could be useful for what I want.
Meanwhile, I'm getting Lulu and Holland are working on the weapon. I'm like, okay, next time we run into combat anywhere and you're standing next to me when it starts, consider letting me cast a spell on you before you run away from me. I'm just saying. I have a lot of cool things I can do, but when you're halfway across the map before I have a chance to make you run faster.
Lulu will say, I got it, and absolutely probably forget.
Yeah,
but that's
I was gonna
okay.
say, I don't blame you, Lulu. I understand. Orca's tradition and all is generally run straight in, but you know,
My job, my calling.
Excellent. Any other downtime activities you'd like to take this night in the Sanctum as you wait for the cold to pass?
A long rest. Yes.
Excellent. You all lay down for a long rest. As you begin drifting off to dreamland, Alan,
That's me.
what are your thoughts as you fall asleep this night?
Violence. I really enjoyed, but I didn't do much damage, so I'm very frustrated at myself, and I'm feeling like a failure. So I crave violence. That's my thoughts, my happy thoughts.
As you're,
gonna end badly.
as you're dreaming, you have a vision of being outside of Shelzar and holding little shards of that bone that flaked off from the work that you've done. And as you squeeze the shards of bone in your hand and they penetrate your skin, blood runs from your hand and your eyes ice over as you see Shelzar start to freeze over. And your vision kind of goes into a bird's eye view as you see people literally filling the streets, running out into the streets, screaming, panicking, and becoming frozen in place where they stand.
I try to pinch myself to wake up in my dream.
You find a terrible inability to wake from this dream. What is Charlie thinking of as she drifts off to sleep on this second night?
I guess just general curiosity of what nonsense is to come.
Eating glass.
Excellent.
Yes, and gathering glass to chew.
As you are drifting off, you see again the bar in Shelzar. Again, you're playing, and a cold wind blows through the bar, freezing everyone to death in their place, turning them into statues. Miraculously, you seem unaffected, though you are cold. What is Charling thinking of as they drift up to sleep?
Probably the belt of giant strength that got away.
Excellent. Your dreams are relatively frustrating, but you're chasing, running after these giant footprints throughout the snowy tundras of Fenrilik. And though you can see the massive form moving before you, you can't seem to catch up, and you can't seem to catch up, and you can't seem to catch up. Until eventually the giant form stops and turns around. And when it does, you realize it's a giantess you've been chasing. And she doesn't appear to be a frost giant at all. Just a giant-sized elven woman, perhaps? With a mandolin strapped around her, like strapped to her back, and a quiver. She turns to face you and says, "It's not too late to turn back." Go ahead and give me a religion check.
Oh. Yeah. 3.
You have no idea what this creature is or what it's trying to tell you, other than it's not too late to turn back. Nolo, as you drift off to sleep, what's on your mind?
A world without death or suffering, and me watching over it.
Excellent. As you're falling asleep, you see the shores of Asherak, your home. And you see your people on their island going about their life, happy, peaceful, everything well. The sky full of stars, fuller of stars than you've ever seen it. And in the distance, toward the continent proper, a blinding light fills the sky. As you see everyone around you, their flesh flayed from their bones turn to dust. And just as the dust is blowing to the wind, it stops. You hear a voice behind you. I've seen many dreams in my day. I'm often brought here at times of great distress. The form steps in front of you. It's a humanoid shape, probably about 20 feet tall, with wild hair, but lacking any sort of actual structure or features. It looks as if you're looking at a starry sky in the shape of a person.
Hello. Hey, wait 1 second before I. Irios, I take it.
Yes, Nolo, you're much more polite than my herald led me to believe.
Very quiet, even tempered. I don't know why he would lie like that.
He's testy.
What brings you here, Dream God?
I'm here to do my best to convey visions, past, present, future. Hopefully guide you. For what you're seeing now is the last time someone tried to create a world without suffering.
Who was that?
Who?
Yes.
The victors.
So not me.
No, not you. I've brought you to see the gods' folly and their greatest triumph, so you'll be prepared for what's to come.
Go on.
He turns on a heel and begins walking toward the bright light.
I'll walk with him.
He says, do you know the story of the Seraphic Engine?
Ooh, good question. Do I know the story of Seraphic Engine?
Make a
Well-
history roll at disadvantage.
Disadvantage. All right. Oh, snap. Still 26.
You do, yeah. You know the legend that supposedly, according to some of the cultists on Asherak proper, the entire continent was once a paradise, much like your island, until at the end of the Divine War, the gods kicked off this machine called the Seraphic Engine that reset reality. And in doing so, laid most of Asherak to waste.
I'm aware of it.
Best of intentions often have unintended consequences. And for all of the might of the divine victors, they could not put Asherak back together again.
Not for a lack of ambition, I'm sure.
The truce is fragile. Be careful what you poke at.
If this is about these seeds that Ithrin has been tasked with, I'm not really intent on allowing that to happen anyway. I don't much trust your kind and the things that you want. So
You may trust us
Goes on-
implicitly if you know our natures.
what was that? Sorry.
You may trust us implicitly if you know our natures. And with that, he dissipates into a burst of stars that flies out throughout the sky. Ithrin, what's the last thing you're thinking about before you fall asleep?
Ithrin is trying to figure out how she can avoid imposing nuclear winter on the world, but also not piss off the Snow Queen.
Excellent. As you fall asleep, the dream repeats the same events, the same things, the same cracking of the earth, the same cries coming out from that hole. The cries of pain. But this time you recognize the voice, you find a familiarity in it. Those cries are the Earth Mother herself. You're hearing Denev scream in pain.
Oh, no.
That's where we'll wrap things up for this week.
Okay.
Any
That-
questions?
Yikes.
What? Any questions, comments, complaints, or concerns?
That's what we're wrapping up for today.
For the year.
For the year, yeah. Happy
Big
holidays. You may all level.
Hooray!
It's a Christmas miracle.
Any questions, comments, complaints, or concerns about tonight's game?
I am so excited for my axe.
Cool axe.
I'm so excited. It was worth all of that cold damage.
I sent a photo of the drawing to the chat.
Oh, I haven't even seen it yet.
Love it. Love it. All right. Well, on that bright and shiny, let us go ahead and do our outros. Let's start things off with Nolo. Please tell us who you are, what you do, who you're playing, your pronouns, their pronouns, and anything you'd care to promote.
Hey guys, I'm Mike Mutant, playing Nolo, both he, him. Having a lot of fun with this character. A lot of spells gotta cycle through that I'm not used to. But yeah, in real life, I am a comic artist, working on some projects for myself at the moment. You can follow me pretty much everywhere at Mike Mutant.
Excellent. Next up, Charlie, please give us your pertinence.
I am Sarah Sharnover, she, her, playing Charlie, she, her. I do all kinds of stuff all over the internet, and I write books, and I play video games on Twitch. I'm Wordsmith Sarah everywhere, and I'm not feeling great, so I'm actually going to just go ahead and cover my camera and be done for the night. So thanks, everybody.
Thank you for sticking it out. Greatly appreciated. Definitely go over and give Sarah a follow. Throwing the link up in the chat. Next up, Lulu, please give us your pertinence.
Hi, I'm Allie DeVries. I play Lulu. We're both she, her, and I got a new axe.
You did, in fact, get a new axe. Congratulations. Next up, that brings us to Ithrin. Please give us your pertinence.
Hello, I've been playing Ithrin. My name is Rachel. You can find me on Stolen Fires pretty much everywhere, including the Burning Bird app and Twitch, where Twitch I stream Dragon Age on Mondays, the tabletop variety, and we are technically we do Strahd, but they're on break right now. But Friday we do the Dune RPG. That's a lot of fun. Definitely worth checking out.
Nice. And I have thrown the link to that in the chat as well. Next up, Alan, please, your pertinence.
Hi, I'm Elena. I play Arland, and this is Bean. She's very needy today. I'm she, they, and Arland is she, her. I'm excited I got to actually blacksmith this session because I haven't done that in forever. And can't believe we ended where we ended. In real life, artist and movement coach in Chicago, Illinois. So you can follow me on Instagram, either at Milena Deneno or Milena Moves Mindfully, and buy my stuff and give me your money on Patreon.
Excellent. Yes, please do check out Milena on Instagram, and all your links. You have like a link tree there, right? Is
Yeah.
that correct? Beautiful. So definitely make sure you check that out. And last but not least, that brings us to Charlung. Please give us your pertinence.
Hey there, I'm Corey, aka Narf on the internet, and yeah, both I and Charlung, they, them, and yeah, 6th level spells. Interesting. Normally I would plug the game I work on, which is Caves of Cud, but I wanted to call out attention that one of the biggest roguelike games ever, Dwarf Fortress, just had a Steam release that kind of brings a new UI and makes it actually kind of approachable in ways that it never was before. So if you ever heard interesting things but thought it would be impossible, take a look at it again. Anyway.
Excellent. And that is up on Steam?
Yeah, I'll drop a link.
Yeah, beautiful. And I guess that leaves me, Travis. He, they, when I'm not running games, I'm writing them. It is my sworn duty to remind you that tonight we have been playing Frostlands of Fenrilik, which is a offshoot of Scarred Lands. It's one of the continents on in the Scarred Lands setting. It is available in POD and PDF over at Drive-Thru RPG, and it is features the art of both Mike and Melena in it. So definitely run over and pick that up. I want to remind you that the current Kickstarter is Sidereals, which brings the Sidereal Exalted into 3rd edition. It's currently well into stretch goals. If you've not yet gotten on the train for that, now is the time. Go get yourself some previews of the manuscript and get signed up for all the beautiful stretch goals that are being unlocked. And as it is the 10th anniversary of Onyx Path Publishing, I would like to remind you that each month we are celebrating a different game line. This month's game line is Trinity Continuum. For the next, I think, week or so, the Trinity Continuum 2nd edition books are 90% off in PDF over at Drive-Thru RPG. There's a lot of good stuff to be had, and you can pick up effectively the whole setting for like around $12. Pretty amazing stuff. Go check that out. Other than that, this is our last stream on this show for this year. So I want to wish everyone happy holidays and a safe new year. I want to remind you to get your shots, take care of yourselves and each other, hug your loved ones. And I will be back here tomorrow at, I think, noon Eastern is when I'm scheduled to be back here for, speaking of Trinity Continuum, for Aberrant Vigilance, which I am super excited about. It is our superhero game, and tomorrow is session 1. So if you have the chance to swing by tomorrow at noon, come check us out being superheroes, kind of. So should be a good time. All right, folks, that'll do it for us. We will see you next year. Take care.